This is going to be a very simple, straightforward, and then I'm going to do it in a very open sort of a way of transmitting in trying my very utmost best to explain what has been said of late by our ex-IGP, Tan Sri Musa. I'm sure all of you must have covered and have read about what has been alleged. To me, I think these are very serious allegations. Serious in the sense that not only will open up an area where many ordinary citizens of this country may not have an access or good friends to turn around and ask, betul ke apa dia cakap? So oleh itu, there's a reason why I have decided to say, let's open up today. I will do my utmost best, whatever the documents that I have in hand, I will share with you, I will distribute to you all, and then from there, probably where is the missing zigzag, and then you will be able to take it up from there. And in the event, if this is not being clearly defined or clearly sort of explained, ask any question pertaining to the issues, and then I will do my best. I also warn myself not to speak anything which is irrelevant. Irrelevant meaning that things that they have a reason out of the context, then we will do our best. Anything out of the context, if I know, I will try my best to answer. Now, I'm sure by now, I do not know if you have my press statement, either a copy of it. I have clearly said, Musa, please do get your facts right. I said, Musa, please do get your facts right, because whatever you have said in the public domain, have caused a lot of doubts and uneasiness. Not only that, you have given in a live video and then implicating innocent person like our most respectable Tun Hanif. And that part I think we will illustrate, deliberate more when we touch on that. He was telling the whole world that I offered myself to become, this is coming from Musa Hassan's press conference and all that I offered myself to become his advisor when the time when he was IGP. Now, ladies and gentlemen, maybe a little bit off the text, I would like to propaganda a little bit about myself, and then if you think it's good, then you're right, otherwise just delete it off. I am heading a social care foundation. Social care foundation is it's an NGO where we care more about the social injustices, and then we also care about the plight of our citizens, like open heart surgery, so forth, and the single mother's plight. Along that line, I think I started to do it in the year of 1986. So therefore, allowed me again to do a bit propaganda. Because of my continuity of doing all this social work, they call me a philanthropist. Now, no need to write, but I just want to know the background, why am I giving you all this? Now, coming back to the main topic, serious enough to say that a person like me has been so described by our Musa, like as if I'm a very supernatural man. I can cause, according to him, I can cause a very senior officer with the title of a Dato, normally with a senior police officer with the title of Datoship is equivalent to a senior assistant commissioner. That I can cause his transfer within 24 hours immediately out from one department to the other department. Now, begitu, I also must thank Musa that upgraded me in such a way that I'm so powerful. I need to explain. the real reason again why I'm holding this press conference, I think I should do a due necessary process to clear an unnecessary implicated person like Tun Hanif. I've known him for 40 years. Day one when he was, NOC time. NOC was a time in 1969 after the May 13th. I've known him for 40 years. You can check on record or you may even interview him. I have never secured or asked any favor from him. What he has given me at the point in time until today is to approve my gun license. That's all. So therefore, to implicate him to say that I told Musa to say that I was his advisor, I think that is too much for me or for us to belittle Tun Hanif. He's above everything in the sense that he doesn't need me. Now, to say I offer myself to Musa, then I ask myself this question. Now it relates back to you. Why did I tell you I have been doing social care since 1986? I have been rather financially happy, so much so that I can do social work. If I have to consider myself to be considered to be called an advisor, normally, of course, I would do it with the big global international companies. Only it makes sense. Well, of course, why do I do that? Is because I think we can contribute better by bringing more direct investment to this country and to help. I categorically deny that I have never, or have ever or never spoken to Musa Hassan that I offer myself to become his advisor. On the strength to say that I have been advisor to Tun Hanif. That was utterly a lie. Please take note. Number kedua, in our Chinese circle, when you offer yourself to become an advisor to the #1 police corps, two interpretations can take place. One is seriously that you really want to contribute to help, to support the police, to zero in, to eradicate crime, to fight crime. Possible. But more often than not, the perception by the people in the public, especially the Chinese, wow, Tan Sri Robert Pang offer himself to be quite Hauchaya, informal to the police. Why should I allow myself to be in that stage? I can help the police in the above everything, all the level where I can say, this is the way we can help. No need to become the advisor of the IGP. That's all rubbish. So that was rubbish. Now, coming back to Musa Hassan, when was the first time I got myself entangled with him? Vijay, where is the one that I exposed him? Di mana? The one that you have under whatever. If you look at this, MCPF exposed, reveals 98 million alleged police malpractice. This is the first time. This was in fact held in MCPF office together with the presence of Tengku Aziz. He was then still with very much involved in fighting corruption. Please read this one. This was the first time when I was about to start this press conference. Musa Hassan called me on the phone. He said, Robert, you call off that meeting. You call off the press conference. Then I say, why? I say, I've already decided to go ahead. because this is something where I received compilation of documents to highlight regarding the irregularities of the logistic department within PDRM. You just imagine for an IGP to call me over the phone on the moment when I was about to start a conference. What does it mean? Freedom of expression, you try to interrupt? Abuse of power as IGP to interfere? This is the very clear indication. So I told him, I cannot, I have to go on. Now read this again. Why was this happening to me? Because I received a bundle of files asking me, the files, everything about the allegation about the, I use the word allegation, guys, I do not know it or there, about the practices and all these things being done in logistic department. The guy wanted me to pass it on to the KDN plus the MACC for them to take action. Any action taken? Yes. It's in the public domain. Certain officers subsequently were questioned. I think they were transferred. Now this is very important. Document number 1 that I reviewed to you. I'm going to review 3 documents today. And therefore, this is the first engagement that I have with Musa. From that time onward, he never liked me. But as far as I'm concerned, I do whatever I can to support the PDRM. Why not? Now, the second time I got engaged with him was the time when I do not know whether you folks can remember or not. I went to Sulawesi to save 2 accountants back out of the illegal detention by the Indonesian. And then I went to see him. I said I have to go to Sulawesi because 2 of these accountants have been detained. I will be there trying to help to release. He told me, he said, you better get out yourself. Leave it to the police. Which is also fair. So I left it to the police. Until 15 days later after the detention, nothing came out. Then I flew over. That was the time when he also felt, because I have managed to get these 2 accountants released and brought back to Malaysia without getting involved with even 1 cent of anything unnecessary expenditure, without also damaging the 2 relationships with these 2 countries. This whole episode was reported to Deputy Prime Minister then, our Najib, today is the Prime Minister, and then he may not like it. That I do not know. That's my speculation again. Today, I think not only we have to restore Tun Hanif, we have also to highlight Tan Sri Ismail. I do not know him like the way I've known Hanif. I have come to know him during the time when there's the Selangor CPO, and then we had a lot of crime activities that we engaged together. But I was told, I read it and heard it from Musa, telling the public that Ismail cried before him. Come on now. You have been a serving IGP for 40 years. You don't demoralize and belittle and shame your immediate successor. You shouldn't do that. Kita Malaysia, kita ada budaya, kita punya culture, tradition. Never in the history of police PDRM tradition that the higher up condemn and belittle and make fool of your immediate successor. This one I will really leave it to the public to judge what type of character this guy is. In other words, from here you can see, to serve his own purpose, I don't know, maybe I'm too much to say, he never really thinks very carefully, short of saying that he doesn't have brain. He shouldn't have done that, because this is your serving officer an institution, a PDRM, where he has served 40 years. So, damaged, demoralized. Now, coming back, I'm going to touch on very fast Dato' Ramli's case. The detail of which I think will be best for you all to call him up and get details from him. I will only touch on that he was charged. Subsequently, 6 other junior officers were also charged. And then subsequently, his so-called lawyer, at that time he was his lawyer, Rosali Dalang, was also charged. All these were charged and acquitted without defense being called. Subsequently, when it went up to the High Court, it was thrown out. Now, document number 2, where I will give you the printout of the judgment made by the High Court of Kinabalu by, you have not distributed, by, then the Judge Supang Lian in Kota Kinabalu during the trial of the Dato' Ramli Yusof. The judge has openly and put it in writing in her judgment that this is very important. Very, very important. Her judgment clearly stated this involves an assessment of the credibility of the witness called by the prosecution. His evidence is unreliable and is to be disregarded, and whatever he says in court lends to his discredit. The judge went on to say, I am in total agreement with the case for the defense that this lack of support of the evidence of PW 75, which refers to IGP then Musa Hassan, his evidence on this point lends to his discredit. I found, however, that the evidence of PW 75, meaning Musa Hassan, on this to be unreliable and to be disregarded. This one is in public domain. And this lady judge has been lately upgraded to the High Court judge. Now this, you get a copy. So you have got Azizan one, you have also a copy of this logistic one, you have a copy of the judges. Now, I now will have to come to the chronological event. Musa Hassan said, or alleged, that I was been so powerful that I can cause a senior assistant commissioner to be transferred out within 24 hours. This is absurd. If I can be so powerful and so influential, Musa Hassan, I need not have to apply to you to become the advisor. Absurd. Again, I categorically deny that this is not correct. Now, Musa Hassan has said this, has said that, and he has given me 3 days to reply, 3 days to say sorry, to apologize to an NGO called My Watch. Make it very clear, I have nothing against these two My Watch office bearers. I don't know them at all. I merely want to zero in for Musa Hassan to explain to our riot, to our nation, all those things said about him in the public domain. I have never created anything additional new to accuse or to allege Musa Hassan. But what I have repeatedly said, oi, this has been said in the public domain, you must explain. I did that. But very unfortunately, this thing has not been done. For your information, I'm an old man. I did a bit of homework. I went through the SSM and check and check and check. I asked 3 secretariat people to check, even 1 lawyer to check. My watch, the so-called NGO, until now, has not been registered at all. Has not been registered at all. So I'm not saying anything. It doesn't mean if the NGO is not been registered, you cannot speak. You can speak, but don't make full use of good people like the 2 office bearers to say that they are my watch or whatever, the directors or what, I do not know. I certainly will agree with these 2 NGO. Any NGO is so formed if it is with a good intention, a clear direction, to air it out and to speak out and to highlight the irregularities, injustices. This definitely is a good direction and good decision to form. But again, very careful. The NGO should not be at any time be allowed to be made use by interested party to achieve their own personal gain. The personal gain sometimes can lead to very serious malicious allegation. That's dangerous. Now, it should be what? Oh, ROS. It should be checked with the ROS. It's not there. So you just imagine how prepared I am this round. But not necessarily I covered all. Now, they went up to the video to say, Tan Sri Robert Pang, I'll give you 3 days. You apologize. So I checked. I came back and checked. Apologize to what? To whom? What have I done wrong? Then I checked. Apologize to an NGO which is not even registered. For what? Then apologize to Musa? For what? Apologize to this office bearer? No apology. But clarification needed to tell them, I respect them. I have no grudges against these 2 office bearers. And I said it earlier, whatever I've said before, strictly I want to invite Musa Hassan to come up here openly to make clear to what he has said before and then make it known to the riot. Crime Index 2006, this is on record. But why is this on record? Because I'm also a National Councillor of Malaysian Crime Prevention Foundation. We have this briefing. 2006 to 2009, that was a time when he was the IGP then. The crime rate was soaring high, very high as our Twin Tower. When he retired, when Ismail and the other good officers took over, they managed to slowly inch down. Of course, we are not satisfied because every time they say that, we still see accident happen. But at least efforts have been put in to fight crime index. Now, I ask myself this question. When you were then the IGP, you have the full power, capacity and capability and full control and monitoring. One of the division called D4, strictly under the police, directly under also Musa Hassan, to monitor, to coordinate, to come up with the index. Why didn't you regularize it then? Why do you need to say it after you left? Oh, you discovered it after you left. So therefore, if you discover it after you left, 2 conclusions I will form. Either you were not good when you were then the IGP, or you did it by purpose, with a bad motive, trying to disgrace and demoralize and shame on the current regime. This is never the tradition of PDRN. Now, you have got all these documents. I don't want to say much about the institution, but I must commend an institution like PDRM is never easy. Of course, you are bound to have a lot of bad apples in PDRM. That does not mean all of them are bad. There are also good people. Because the perception is so bad, you need the time to improve it, to change it, to educate it. For example, if you drive your car along the road, you look at the two policemen along the side taking particulars. Oh, the perception say ini orang cari makan. Nah, itulah kita, cabaran kita lah. So that's the reason in this aspect, I also would like to appeal to all the media. Be fair to the situation. Definitely, if the crime index is high, report it. If the crime committed is serious, report it. But when when the PDRM has come up to have the solving rate is good, report it. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep on saying I'm an old man. I've been around the world many, many times. Malaysia is still a very beautiful country to live. Let us really work towards that direction. So I call upon Musa, two things, or three things, to restore the good name of Tun Hanif. Any one of you can call him. I can give him his phone number, subsequently you can call him, to find out whether have I ever asked him for any favor. Have I ever told him that, hey, I'm your advisor? 40 years. Nobody ever complained that I said I was the advisor to Hanif. This is very ridiculous. But of course, I also want to thank Musa lah, for upgrading me so fast. I will give you, with his permission of Tun Hanif, his phone number. You are at the liberty to call him if you think it's correct. Before I open up to the floor, I want you seriously, when you go back to write this press conference today, you read very carefully on Azizul's SD. A lot of things have been exposed, including the transferring of officers. Transferring of officers, as the compilation of the list took place in the house of IGP with the name character there. That seditious lah. I'm not, this is good in defamation lah. But this one is in the SD, public domain, no defamation. Read. The guy name has been mentioned there. All of us must salute to this ADC, Azizul. He is still serving, you know. Then I asked him, why did you do that? He said, Tan Sri, saya seorang decided to become very professional police officer. Ini negara ni tempat kita. Macam mana kita dibenarkan begitu aturan tak boleh. So saya told him, berani ke you? Apa tidak? Saya cakap betul. Let it be reported to the press. I was the one who arranged Azizul together with Dato' Ramli to meet Tun Hanif. Why did I do that? Because according to Azizul, he has raised it up to very high ranking officer. Nothing came down. So why did I refer to Tun Hanif? Because I know this man. He loves the police force very, very well. He loved the police force very endearment. He loves it in the sense that he will never allow anything to damage the police force. That is the spirit of the correct leaders of PDRM. So I brought him. Nowadays, when Dato' Ramli was cleared, including of no more acquittal, no more appeal from the AG department, they threw a party. I was invited. I saw the 6 other rank and file, DSP and Inspector Ombuds, the police officers who have been charged in court for 5 years. They have to take odd job, taxi drivers, errand boys, to continue to make a living. And today, they all have been reinstated back to the force. What does it mean? Jangan buat hanya untuk orangnya hidupan. You are creating people livelihood for nothing. Just because of what? Musa, ask your conscience, Musa. Write it down. You see, I asked him for his conscience. Why did you do that? Why all of a sudden Musa turned, "Oi, robber pang, oh, robber pang, oh, robber pang." I also would like to do some post-mortem, which may not be necessarily correct, but I have to share. Musa did it especially during the UMNO Congress convention. Of course, maybe if he did that, could be he wanted to have mileage for all the UMNO pemimpin and all the people around to know, oh, like that. But the right principle of the nature of justice, you can allege, you can accuse, you can say anything you want, but the right to be heard must take place. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to adhere to this and to practice this. Anytime, every time you allege someone, allow the other aggrieved party to speak out. Number two, why did he choose to use this at this hour? Now, when you look at the press conference with the video taken by, I think it's FMT, I watched very carefully. He said about 25% about robber pang, 70% or 30% about robber pang, 70% on Ramli Yusof. Oi, Ramli Yusof must explain to the public how did he amass his wealth. It had nothing to do with this press conference today. But I just wanted to tell you, I could be a cannon shot. But why should I be a cannon shot? A pawn? It's not a pawn. I have taken on him many times. Why did this round? Yes, Dato' Ramli was given a very colorful ceremonial send-off by the PDRM, Tan Sri Ismail and the group of officers at the Bukit Aman mess. Ceremonial send-off, lining up the officers, and then the Land Rover gave him the last salute. Of course, that one spread to maybe to his ears. He may not like it lah. I do not know. This is only my speculation. That could be one of the reasons why I took off. Many people ask me, is Musa being backed up? Maybe by politicians? Any possibility? My answer is, I do not know. But I do not rule out the possibility. But Musa Hassan appeared in a press conference together with two gentlemen. What I have been given to understand, they are from PKR. Is it true? So I do not know. So if it is true, then you have to assume the perception. Whether he is what, I do not know. What I do not know, I say I do not know. What I know, I will share with you. I'm going to get it open very soon. I'm going to make it known to Musa Hassan. Please get your facts right. I'm not going to stop here, because the allegations not only against me, against the integrity of Tun Hanif, the integrity of our Malaysian Royal Police, PDRM. You may not like whoever you are, but I think 200 over years of PDRM history. Maintain it and respect it. And of course, I have to defend and preserve my integrity. I am not going to wait like what he did to me. I give you 3 days, Robert. Musa Hassan, you can take your time after a defamation suit will take you monkey years to complete. However, I'm going to take this course. Immediately after this meeting, I will be advised, I will, together with my lawyers, I will definitely lodge an official report requesting PDRM or even whichever authority, MACC, to investigate into the allegations, the malicious allegation which has made. Why? To find out the truth. To find out what is his objective. This is very important to our country. To me, if there's no one else to do it, someone must come on to do it. And Musa Hassan, I am the someone. I will definitely go ahead to lodge the report with the police and at the MACC with one view, to establish the truth. At the same time, in my report, I will specifically mention who is this senior assistant commissioner that I am so powerful, I have caused his transfer within 24 hours. I really want to know, who is this guy? Am I very fiery? No, I'm not. Am I very angry? A little bit. But by the end of the day, what is important, members of the media, please go back and tell your editor, don't edit this, cut this, edit this, cut this. But then when you don't give the true picture, 10 press conference also useless. In short, the only time when you, very seldom and very difficult for your editor to cut and censor it, is to meet up in the open court. I'm ready. Thank you. I'm ready to meet him in the open court. Okay, I'll open it to the floor. Please be mild to me, because I'm not as professional as Musa Hassan. But I will do my best. Nothing but the truth. Thank you. Just not this. You're looking at me, I know you like me.
You have been the advisor to MACC. And now you want to ask MACC to investigate. Where is the element of corruption? It's really an allegation or not of corruption. So you see you're doing more work to MACC. I'm surprised at you, the MACC and MACC advisor, wanting to ask MACC to investigate. They will investigate corruption, not allegation against you. Where is the corruption?
Are you over? Let me reply now.
Yeah.
I've said it earlier,
Yeah.
and I'm repeating it now. I said I will report to police or and MACC. I didn't say MACC to investigate, because they are the professional, they are the expert. So let them do the necessary. So as an advisor of this, that doesn't mean I know everything.
So just to clarify, you want the authorities to investigate Musa's claims that he has made in that press conference?
I want the authorities, whoever with the appropriate authorities, to investigate, not claim, but to investigate into Musa's allegations.
Two allegations.
Whatever the allegations are.
In the course of your work, Daksri, have you ever met a Senior Assistant Commissioner, Dr. Chai Kim Chu?
My work?
Have you ever met, in the course of your work,
Sure.
have you met a gentleman by the name of Senior Assistant Commissioner, Dr. Chai Kim Chu?
Yes.
In what capacity did you meet him, sir?
I met him during the KDN meeting.
And that's all.
To the best of
How
my
many
knowledge.
meetings did you have with him?
How many meetings?
Ah,
I think easily more than one.
that's why I'm saying more than one can be 100 lah. So,
Are you trying to put me on trial?
No, I'm not putting you on trial. Since you are...
I'm giving you my answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you met him in official capacity or individual capacity?
Officially capacity, yes.
Individual.
Individual?
You went in official capacity as what in KDN? What meeting? What capacity you meeting as?
He came into the meeting.
What meeting was this?
It is on the KDN Secretary General called for a meeting
On what?
on the supply of this Motorola contract.
So are you involved with Motorola?
Not until they secured the contract.
What year was that?
It was in 2008 they secured the contract.
Okay. Yes, You only got involved after they secured the contract.
Definitely.
On February 26, 2008,
Yeah.
right? I give you the exact date.
Yeah.
You were pictured at a press conference in Penang.
Sure.
Motorola press conference.
Sure.
When the president came around.
To be exact, not the president, the executive vice president.
Okay, so what his name is, I can give you his name now.
Jin Jalani.
Jin Delani.
Okay.
So if you say you were only involved afterwards,
Sure.
at that point you were already involved.
No.
In what capacity were you sitting at a press conference?
I was sitting at a press conference because they feel that they have not appointed me at all. They feel that it may be to localize the climate, the condition, and all this.
No.
The
In
environment.
what capacity were you sitting there? Were you there as advisor,
No,
as a stranger?
not the stranger.
Then?
As someone that could uplift and update the executive vice president.
There was Kosukun there. There was the others were there. There was a local MP there, right?
Yes.
What capacity were you there?
I was asked to be there.
So did you attend the KDN meetings?
No. That was the day after, KDM meeting after.
Did you attend the KDN meetings representing Motorola?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So you were representing Motorola.
Subsequently, to be specific, 2009 afterward. Yeah.
So, and at that time you already in the,
What do you mean at this which time, to be more specific?
while you were advisor, or while you were
2009.
No. While you were advisor to ACC, were you also advisor to Motorola?
I should think so.
Is there no conflict of interest?
Conflict of what interest?
You are representing a firm that's bidding for a contract?
I beg your pardon, young man.
Yes. I'm
When
asking.
did the contract award?
That's why I'm asking. I asked
You get the facts right.
You were the one who admitted.
No, admitted what?
You said you were advisor to MACC, you were advisor to Motorola.
Yeah.
Right?
Conflict of what interest?
You are,
When was the award given to Motorola?
no. Don't scream at me. I'm talking very.
You are raising something where I need to have the clarification. That's my style of talking.
You want me to scream? I can scream. I'm not going to.
If you scream, I'm going to remove you.
No problem.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you this. You admitted earlier you were advisor to Motorola, advisor to MACC at the same time.
No. Please be
That's
specific.
what you said.
Don't change my word. I said
You can play back to me.
I was appointed subsequently, but during the time I was already in MSCC.
That's it. My question to you, and you agreed
Yeah.
that you were the advisor at MACC, at the same time you were advisor to Motorola. That you admitted.
During the period, yes.
Yeah, you admitted.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah. Okay.
Whether there's any conflict of interest.
No conflict of interest.
So you were in the capacity at Motorola, then you met this police officer in the capacity as Motorola advisor.
Can you repeat the question?
You told me that the secretary of KDN called for a meeting.
Yeah.
You met this SAC at that meeting called
By the Secretary
that
General.
meeting you were representing Motorola.
Yes.
So you were representing. Are you still representing Motorola?
Who?
Are you still representing Motorola?
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all. I've got no more questions.
Any question?
That's it. Do you deny all the allegations in Musa Hassan's PC? Can you
If you want to be specifically clear,
specifically?
what are the allegations? Number one, that I was the advisor to, according to him, I was the advisor to Tun Hanif. I denied. Number two, I denied that I ever spoke to Musa to say that I offer myself to be his advisor. Number three, this is brought to me by Nades here, that the name of that so-called officer, that I do not know whether the same officer that Musa is in mind, to say that I can cause this officer to be transferred within 24 hours. I deny.
You deny calling any officer?
No, calling. I deny that I have caused this officer to be transferred out within 24 hours. I do not know whether this officer is the same officer that has been so highlighted by Nades just now. Okay. Any other allegation you can think of?
That's it. The allegation, the demand by My Watch, right, is against your allegation that NGO is being bankrolled by criminal syndicates. So are you prepared to apologize or retract that statement?
Number one, to apologize for something we have committed. If it is wrong, naturally I have to apologize. But not in this case. I have not done anything wrong. If you were to read my earlier press article, I think it's very clearly stated. I am told.
Are you prepared to provide further evidence in that?
What evidence? I am told. Yeah.
By who?
I'm told by someone that I'm going to reveal in the court of law.
You have planned to sue.
Sorry?
You have planned to sue Musa?
I have been advised. Yeah. To sue not so much because of Robert Pang. To sue is because this is a very great damage done to the PDRM. To see an outsider like Robert Pang can influence, that is terrible, unbelievable. It's very malicious. Please write that down.
You'll be suing Musa?
I'll be suing. I've been advised. Yeah.
So, what will you be suing him for?
Malicious allegation, defamation. Whether it's criminal or not, I leave it to my lawyer.
Based on the allegations that
Based on what has been said in the public domain through the media, through the video, I have all this copy with me.
Sri, on the press conference that you said Musa Hassan called you, can you elaborate on what happened?
Call me. No, he gave a press conference in FMTA
No,
with the video.
So the 98
Oh, the one. Oh, yes. Please write down. Where's the? 这什么地方那个？ Where's the one? 刚才那个。I asked you to keep the one. MACC 那个。Oh yeah, this one. When I have organized this press conference, put on record, I challenge him to deny. He called me. He said, Robert Pang, I understand you are going to call this meeting. Please call it off. So I told him I can't call it off because I have decided to make it known to the public. This serious allegation, when I received the compilation of these documents, I'm supposed to pass it on to MACC to investigate. I have to make it known. I refuse to take his instruction or order or advice. If it is not abuse of power, what is it you call it? Strictly abuse of power. Who is he as an IGP to tell me to call it off?
Just, I want to get the date.
Be friendly, please.
Okay. What was the date that was, when was the time when Ebola got the contract?
I don't know.
And when you were appointed?
2009.
What month did you tell me?
I cannot remember unless I look at my
Okay, so you say you are 2009. So you were appointed only after the contract was awarded.
Yes.
Then what?
To the best of my knowledge, nowadays.
Just want to clarify.
Yeah, clarify. Sure, you can.
So you went to the KDN meeting to get the contract?
No.
Or before?
No.
Why do you want to go to the KDN meeting?
KDN meeting?
Ah.
But KDN meeting is to find out what is the status status quo of the progress. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. If you say you were appointed after the contract was awarded.
Correct.
You were going for meetings before the contract was awarded.
Sorry?
Then you were going for these meetings with KDN before the contract was awarded.
I already told you it was awarded in 2008.
I want to clarify. That's it, please.
I'm also pleased.
Yes.
2008, the contract was awarded.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
2008, the contract was awarded. Okay. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
all I want.
Hypnotism doesn't work here.
What?
Hypnotism doesn't work here.
No, I'm not.
I'm trying to recall.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your next action if Musa not say sorry, apologize after 3 days?
I never give him 3 days. I'm after this conference, this press conference, I'm going back to my lawyers. If my lawyers say Robert on, then I move on. But I don't know what other documents they are collecting. Not lawyers, they are collecting, I don't know.
So what was your capacity acting for Motorola?
Independent advisor.
Did you have your own company then?
Yes. P&I Properties, Sindran Bahad. PMB System, Sindran Bahad. PNI.
Two companies then?
Yes.
What was your scope of duties as an independent advisor?
Make sure that I will tell the foreign investors, Malaysia is a beautiful country. That your investments here, your atmosphere is always right. You do not need to consider other countries like Vietnam, Vientiane, or Myanmar. Malaysia is the best. And then we have a lot of incentive introduced by the Malaysian government. I want to make sure the correct information is to be transmitted back to the foreign direct investment companies. By doing so, I think indirectly, we can help to maintain a lot of people under employment will continue.
Actually, on the claims that these walkie-talkies had some problems, are you aware of details?
I already said I was only appointed 2009. What transpired, how they managed to secure the contract, that's none of my business.
After that?
After that is to maintain and tell the foreign company, oi, Malaysia government is prepared to listen. Our Prime Minister is a very understanding people in continuing to maintain foreign investment. Please, that's my job.
Just like you said, my watch has been used by certain parties.
My watch? No, I don't know. I said I hope. Any NGO is a good registration. I must repeat again, I have nothing against the two gentlemen who have appeared with Musa. I do not know them at all. They may be whatever political, what I do not know. But however, I have no grudges against both of them. I merely wanted, until today, Musa will get his facts right before he speaks further. If he doesn't get his facts right, I think it's not so good for the situation for him.
So, Dasri, do you think that Musa had any political intention to do so to you?
Political what?
Political intention to do so?
To do on me?
Yes.
Oh no, I don't think it's so stupid. I'm a political. I don't belong to any party. I don't think so. But what is behind him? What actually has motivated him to do so? I do not know. Could it be any politician inclination? I do not know. But to say, to rule out completely, he doesn't have, I think it's far-fetched. There is a possibility. I also do not know. Oh,
Back to the report you say you made with the police later on. What action do you hope for them to take to investigate how it happened?
I have a panel of 5 lawyers, so I have to listen to your advice, because I think when you have to give a public press conference, this is very important, ladies and gentlemen. I always believe you prepare your text. Thank you for reminding me. I also appeal and urge Musa Hassan to repeat what he has said during the press conference or the video interview, to put it in a proper text, circulate again to the media, and please give me a copy. Whatever he has said before, I use the word, I invite him, or to the extent of challenging him, to put back in the text and circulate to the media again, and give me a copy.
Why you want him to do so?
Because as any professional person like him, he should know, and I also believe, to a certain extent, if you have a proper text, what has been said is all contained here. If you were guys to interview me and say, hey, Musa said this, Musa said that, then I retaliated. No, this is not true. Musa will say, no, I never said it. It will be your media who distorted it. To avoid that possibility. To protect media. Huh? If you are very good at it, you are professional, you think you are speaking the truth, have it properly text within that article. Give it to us. Then you can run away.
Actually, why don't you try to call him directly and ask him to declare something? Why don't you ask him all the allegations?
You know I'm smiling. Even never call him also, you see I'm already his advisor. Call him again, so I'm really his advisor. No point. Sebelum panggil dia, saya dah beritahu I'm his advisor. Kalau panggil dia betul-betul advisor, dia minta saya mati kudasai. No point. Any other question?
Do you think what Musa said from you will bring any effect to the Indian government in the coming election?
Whatever Musa has alleged and said to the public, to me, I already told you I'm not a political man. But if it is not challenged and unchecked, it certainly will create a lot of doubts. What type of police force we have? It's not very fair to the police. Not everybody in the police force are all bad apples. No, they are not. They are good people. Be fair lah. He has already got his two-term extended. What else does he want? Orang katanya ni sour grapes lah. Cemburu. Any question? Any more question? 你是哪个报纸的？还有什么要问吗？
我都可以要求比较用华语的，
你问啊，你再问。要问事情要问你可以啊。
私底下我们再问，需要你通过华语可能我
Okay.
你需要一些问题。
Okay. Anything else?
Do you derive some sort of advisory fee as a MACC panel member as well as
MACC what?
When you were with the MACC advisory panel?
This question came from him, isn't it?
It's a good question.
That is, if you want to know, I tell you, I get 0 from MACC.
Listen, why are you pointing the finger at me?
No, because I like you to, not pointing my finger at you. I like you to ask me directly if you have any question.
I've asked you direct, I'm not a chicken, okay? He's asking the very point
This is
here.
my question.
Okay, have I ever seen you're a chicken?
No.
Thank you.
You are saying it.
No, have I ever seen you're a chicken?
That's not
Thank you.
how it works,
No,
okay?
yeah, exactly. Don't be a chicken then. Okay, I have never received any fees. When whether they are paying the fees to other committee, I do not know. My committee, I think 1, 2, 3 of us, we have not received any fees.
You receive a fees as advisor to Motorola?
Sure. Who does free thing for international company?
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
So did you get a commission after the deal?
Commission? Where got commission? Oh? International company, where got commission? Oh? If you are an independent advisor, you are an independent advisor.
So it's a retainer or one-off? How does it work?
No. They give me no commission. The monthly detention fees.
Retainer fee.
Yeah. Anything else?
So actually, are you still advisor in the Motorola now?
Sure. There is no conflict of interest whatsoever. Whether when I was an AMSCC commissioner or a panelist advisor, nothing, because the contract had got nothing to do with Robert Pang's contribution. Put it on record, please. Now this I have yet to settle with you today, because you ever wrote in a Sunday to say I went to IGN to go for my heart check. I flashed the card of MACC. MACC.
Did I mention it in my papers? Did Did I mention your name? Why are you feeling so guilty?
No, I'm not mentioning my name. I'm asking you.
It's not you. I didn't refer to you.
You didn't refer to me. Huh? You are a good middleman. But be friendly.
I'm only the friendly.
Thank you. I never call you a chicken, please. Yeah.